How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The SEC just said that they're delaying the decision on the Ethereum ETF, but just by a few hours. I want to talk about what this means and what is going to happen next for Bitcoin, for crypto, for Ethereum. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Now, if you want to trade crypto, you can trade with the link underneath the video to Margex. If you want to short, you can short. If you want to go long, you can go long. If you want to get this all set up, so that way when it's a little bit easier to tell what direction we're gonna go, you can get it set it up. You can get it all set up and ready to go. Deposit some of your crypto on the exchange with no KYC. Now, we just saw a big drop in Bitcoin's price. We actually saw some crazy moves in Ethereum as well. Right when the market closed, right when the US stock market closed, we fell drastically, all the way down under 3,500. Now that the market's closed, the SEC updated us. They want another 6 hours to approve or deny the Ethereum ETF. Now, this is interesting, right? This is so interesting because they've had months and months and months, but it seems like something kind of happened this week where they started to move a little bit faster. They said to everyone, you need to get us all the information. We need to make all the changes that we need as quickly as possible. And now they're asking for a 6-hour delay. Okay, so we still have some of these entities amending and sending new statements in, sending new files in, more information for the SEC. Why is this happening? Okay, first of all, I think it's important to remember that there has been that massive change from the government this week and last week. A lot of entities talked about how they owned a lot of Bitcoin with their 13F filings last week. Politicians, I think, saw the writing on the wall, decided that they needed to flip pro-crypto. And then SEC got in line this week, and by that point, they were running a little bit behind. They weren't ready to approve an ETH ETF, but something happened, and now it seems like they are going to approve the ETF. In my last video, I talked about how some people were mentioning that maybe there were some leaks about the SEC delaying or denying the ETFs. Or the other scenario is just that we're getting manipulated. There are people manipulating the market. There are people dumping the market, causing liquidations. And I said, I think that's the most likely scenario. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. When you see Ethereum dumped like this, it's causing a lot of long liquidations. Same thing with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin went from, 70,000 this morning to now 66.8, falling all the way down to 66.4. So I think that it's whales trying to liquidate long positions. It's whales trying to freak out the market. It happened right at 4 o'clock. Maybe it's algos as well. But honestly, I think this will get approved. I've said this the whole time, right? Even though there's some market volatility, I think this will get approved. I mean, why would the SEC ask for a delay? Why would they wait unless they were just going to approve later? Why would they delay it if they were going to deny it, right? I guess some institutions might not have their papers in time, but I think they're probably working pretty hard to make sure that they're in this initial group of Ethereum ETFs that are going to be approved. So this is interesting. A 6-hour delay. I'm making this video now because I'm actually going to be out and about in the next 2 hours or so. So maybe we get information. Maybe it's hours and hours down the line and I'll be able to make a video right when it happens. But right now, it seems like we just have to wait. BlackRock, though, says that Ethereum ETF is likely after submitting 19B form that the SEC requested. So BlackRock thinks that it's likely. We also have, there are some people selling off the ETH ETFs, and that might even happen later, right? It might be like a sell the news event. But keep in mind that this is fundamentally bullish. More people can get access to Ethereum. They have never been able to get access before. There will be entities that go long on Ethereum, and this does set precedent for the rest of crypto as well. Right? This is fundamentally bullish if this happens, and we continue to see more and more funds allocating towards crypto. So don't get caught up in the fluctuations, the day-to-day changes in price. Keep in mind, BlackRock bought $92 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday. All the ETFs bought $154 million. The day before that, It was like 200, 300 million. The day before that, 200, 300 million. There has been a lot of Bitcoin being bought recently, and don't get freaked out just because of some whales manipulating the market. Ryan Rasmussen from Bitwise, he says that he spent 2 days in New York City speaking with hundreds of RIAs or investment advisors about Bitcoin. Here's some high-level takeaways. Clients are asking for Bitcoin and crypto exposure. Many RIAs are still in the due diligence phase. Most are considering 2 to 5% allocations. That's higher than I would have thought. Some are considering up to 10%. And we've seen some funds do this as well, but this is RIAs, right? Registered investment advisors. Maybe they're a little bit more cautious than some hedge fund out there, right? Because they're working like directly for retirees, for wealthy individuals, instead of just running a fund and trying to get returns. So this is interesting. And this is something that I've been saying for a long time. Not everyone can buy yet. Even though the ETFs are approved, not everyone can start buying the Bitcoin ETFs yet. Not everyone can buy Ethereum yet, but especially the Bitcoin ETFs. That's what we're really talking about here. Because a lot of compliance departments have not approved these ETFs. Also, keep in mind, social risk is very low. Social risk is just 0.2 or 0.002, which means it's basically the lowest we've seen in a very long time, since January of 2019. Like, there's not a lot of people super excited about this market. We're not seeing a bunch of degens coming into the market. And while Bitcoin's price and Ethereum's price is down right now, keep in mind, the whole market fell into the close. Like, the NASDAQ fell a decent amount. So there's something that fundamentally shifted throughout the day. I couldn't even see what it was. Like, I went and tried to scour the internet for why the NASDAQ kind of turned down, and there really was no reason. So right now, we're just waiting on the SEC. We're just waiting in general to see more fund flows. I will update you as soon as we get information. Keep in mind that you should probably be plugged into the market. Like, we don't know exactly when these ETFs are going to be approved. Now, if you're like me and you have prior commitments, maybe you just relax for the night, wait for the next upload. I will let you know when we have some information, okay? Now, we did get something interesting here. 25,591 Ethereum transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase Institutional. What could this mean? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, you can check out the link to Margex in case you want to start trading cryptocurrency. I actually just put on a long. So something interesting that I'm doing here that a lot of people don't realize you can do. I'm going to make a video about it in the next few days, but in case you do want to play some trades, and make sure you understand what leverage trading is. Like, I fully understand the risks that come with leverage trading, and you should too before leverage trading. If you do want to check it out, though, there's a link underneath the video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.